To register a sensor, click on the plus toggle in the top right-hand corner of the screen and select Add Sensor from the drop-down. This will bring you to the serial input screen. If you're on a mobile device, you can scan the QR code with your camera, or you can manually enter the serial number on this line. You'll see that the system will recognize the type of device that we're installing, and we can click Next to proceed forward. On this screen, the top line will be the device's name. If it's the only Sentree on a property, you can name it something simple like Sentree 1. If the property has multiple systems, a good naming convention is naming the Sentree after the area that it's cooling, such as dining and kitchen. If this is not the first sensor that you're registering for the property, or if you've already entered the property information, you can search for existing properties with this search bar. Simply select the one you want to add this sensor to from the list that pops up. If, however, this is a new property, we can click the Add Property button to enter the information now. There are multiple naming conventions for properties. The two most common are either the address or the name of the customer. In this case, we'll call it Alert Labs. This search bar then allows you to find the property address. This field relies on Google Maps database, so if you're working in new construction or in a rural location, you may not be able to find the exact address and simply click I couldn't find my address. You can then manually input the information. In the right-hand column, we'll select the type of building, whether small business or in residential, or large commercial. There's also a space to enter the typical number of occupants, square footage, and other things for the building, but these metrics come into play more when we're dealing with water products. If you're simply installing Sentree, you don't have to worry about being too exact and give it your best guess. Clicking Create in the bottom right corner will finish setting up the property, and you can now see that the sensor we're registering is going to be assigned to that newly minted property. The next page is where we'll enter the information for the cooling system. This is standard information that can be found on the nameplate. The more information, such as the type of unit, tonnage, or metering device that's entered now, will create a better result in terms of diagnostics given by the Sentree later. If there's information you don't know for sure, like the year the system was installed, give an educated guess before clicking Next. There will be a quick loading screen as the system registers the sensor before diverting you to the installation instructions. This video will walk you through the install process, and additionally, there are step-by-step instructions included below. These match the instructions found in the installation guidebook in every box. After following these installation instructions, you will then be asked to submit an installation photo for reference and verification. You'll then be asked to submit a second photo of the rating plate. In this case, I'm going to skip that step. And that's the end of the hard work. Your Sentree is now searching for signal and will connect to the cloud shortly. Connection times vary depending on signal strength and region, but you should be seeing live data come online pretty shortly. The final step is confirmation of live data. This screen gives you a live readout of the gauges as a way to double-check that everything is hooked up correctly and communicating. Once you're comfortable that everything is running smoothly, click Next and you're done. Your Sentree is now fully set up and ready to go.